Alright, my fellow Descendants, as most of you know by now, tomorrow, July 18th, we are going to see hotfix 1.0.3 implemented into the game. Now, at this point, we do not have the details of what that is going to entail, but as soon as I have it, I will bring that to you right away. Now, in the meantime, I wanted to take a few moments and talk about two specific things happening in the community right now. We're going to jump right into the details, and as always, if you enjoy this, do me a favor, hit that like button really quick, and if you want to stay up to speed on all things The First Descendant, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is a bug people are running into, and what's happening is this. Now, hopefully this hasn't affected you, but for some players out there, including myself, you may log into the game, notice you're at level 1, and immediately think, what the just happened? Where's all my stuff? And again, to be very clear, this is not affecting everyone, but for some reason the game is not recognizing your main platform as your primary one, so I'm just going to walk you through how to fix the issue if you run into this at any time. So first of all, you're looking at my character from Xbox, and what I want you to notice, that in the upper right hand corner it says Sergeant Graybeard #4571, but the problem is that is my user ID on PC, which I never play on, and what took place was my PC save is overridden my one on Xbox. Now thankfully, as I said a moment ago, if you happen to run into this issue, you did not lose everything on your main platform. I'm going to walk you through the steps really quick, and the reason I'm doing that is because I've received a lot of messages from people freaking out. I mean, again, you can see on screen it happened to me this morning, and you're simply thinking, do I have to do all the I just did over again? No, you do not, my friend. So all you want to do is go to the main game menu and you want to unlink your Nexon account. Now, as soon as you do that, you're going to be logged out. You will then be logged back in. And once you return to the main screen, you should see the Descendant on the platform you're playing on, the way they were before this whole hot mess took place. You can see here in a second, I do have my Ajax at level 33, Mastery level 10. And the main reason I wanted to put this video together really quick is because I have heard from many of you out there saying you ran into this problem days ago, and you've reached out to the game, you haven't heard anything in response, and you've been freaking out for the past few days, and rightfully so. I mean, a lot of people have put a lot of time into this game. I hope this helps you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. The other thing I'd like to point out really quick is that my user ID has now changed in the upper right hand corner. It is now Sergeant Graybeard #6719. I know that is my user ID for Xbox, and one thing I recommend doing is make sure you write this stuff down, know exactly what your primary account is. That way if you have any issues, you can let them know directly. And if for some reason this workaround does not fix your problem, please let me know in the comments section. I will try to get you some answers. I've heard from a few people saying they ran into this problem and they didn't have any account linked, but after a day it wound up reverting back to where it was before, meaning you went from 40 to 1 and then a day later it switched back. So hopefully if you have encountered this issue, this will help you solve the problem. Now at this point, we're going to talk about a major talking point in the game right now. And like I said earlier, we are still waiting on those notes for the upcoming hotfix. Again, I'll bring those to you right away once I have them. But there's a major concern going on in the game right now, and that has to do with how is the game going to handle players going AFK. Now, in my opinion, and please let me know your thoughts, I think having a vote to kick option would be a major mistake. The reason I say that is because that is going to be abused. Because chances are when you jump into a game and someone who's the leader says, hey, do you vote to kick this person? You may not know what's going on. You're going to assume they know exactly what they're talking about. And you may ultimately wind up kicking someone from your game who took like 30 seconds to do an inventory check, or they had to clear some space, or whatever they needed to do. I mean, the point is there are going to be moments in this game where people are going to need that 30 seconds, minute to deal with a few things really quick. That does not mean they should be kicked from the group. The problem players are having is this. When you're going into those longer missions, you're noticing that there's someone who is standing at the very beginning of the mission and they're not doing anything, and once you get to the main boss at the end, they are automatically teleported to the boss location. They take out the boss, pick up the loot, and then they move on. That is the frustration. It has nothing to do with these other missions that take literally less than a minute to complete sometimes. And in my opinion, this is something the game needs to handle directly. It has to be something in game. We have a lot of different opinions on how this should be fixed, and one thing we've noticed about the game so far, and I think we can all agree upon this, is that they've been really good listening to the player base. You know what I mean? They've been really focused on what players are asking for. They seem to implement those changes really quickly. And while we don't have those notes as yet, I'm hoping that it's going to be a major patch. I mean, the thing is this, they're going to be taking down the servers for 5 hours. Chances are they will be making some significant changes to the game. And as I said earlier, my friends, once I have that info, I will bring it to you right away. That is going to do it for this one. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.